This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.
As floodwaters rise in Concordia Parish, the USDA and FSA are there to offer relief to local farmers. I'm Kristen and I'll have that story coming up.
Also, is it happening again? Oyster farmers and fishermen say they're worried the opening of the Bonacary spillway could be killing their crop. And in Holly Clegg's Trim and Terrific Kitchen, Holly and AJ give Louisiana beef an Asian twist. Hello, I'm Michael Dana. Thanks so much for joining us. The Mississippi River flood of 2011 has impacted nearly 3.6 million acres of U.S. farmland. That's according to the American Farm Bureau Federation. 280,000 acres of that is right here in Louisiana. For our farmers, the LSU Ag Center estimates that equals a loss of more than $300 million in gross farm receipts. Louisiana Commissioner of Agriculture Dr. Mike Strain and the USDA say Louisiana farmers will receive disaster relief for flood and seepage damage caused to their crops. This Week in Louisiana Agriculture's Kristen followed USDA and Louisiana state officials in Concordia Parish last week as they surveyed the damage and delivered some much-needed good news to the area's farmers.
Louisiana farmers expected these rows of corn to bring in about $7.50 a bushel this year. But this spring's lack of rain is slowly withering away the crop and soon their profits. Just miles down the road, 30 feet of water poured over from the Mississippi River and washed away this entire field of soybeans. And for these farmers, the worst may not be over.
Once we have the crest, we still have 2 to 3 weeks probably before we're actually going to see the waters recede back into anywhere near normal levels. And so even after that, you're still going to have to dry out those areas before you can move into the fields. So, you know, we've really got a total loss on a lot of acreage for this year.
It's bad under the best of circumstances. I've never seen when you have a drought on each side of the state and a flood in the middle.
As the director for the Louisiana FSA program, Willie Cooper knows the severity of the situation for the farmers in his state. Cooper toured the area and spoke to farmers in Vidalia about their options alongside LDAF Commissioner Dr. Mike Strain, USDA Undersecretary Michael Skuse, and USDA Louisiana Rural Development Director Clarence Hawkins.
Well, we came to reassure you that you're not in this alone. This is bigger than all of us, and it's going to take all of us to work on it.
Now, farmers with crop insurance will be eligible for disaster relief funds. Skuse says if you have insurance, you must contact your local agent or provider as soon as possible.
We're going to try to do everything that we can to make sure that the claims are done properly, and that you're going to be compensated the way that you should be compensated for all of those producers out there that have crop insurance.
A farmer himself, Skuse says he knows the difficulty in sitting across from your banker and telling them you can't make your payments.
We did not make enough money to pay back our line of credit, so you sit across from the banker and say, you know, we just had this really horrible year and we're not going to be able to pay back that line of credit. And it's a very difficult situation, and I understand what these producers are going to go through. But if there's one recommendation that I have to them other than going and visited their FSA office and going and talking to their crop insurance agent, it's to go sit down with their banker and sooner rather than later, so that everyone's aware of the situation. But it does put our producers in a very difficult situation.
Many of the farmers in Concordia Parish have not seen the predicted flood damage since the Morganza spillway opened. As the river continues to recede, they are thankful for a promise of relief, hopeful they will not need to use it. In Vidalia, I'm Kristen for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.
The USDA is offering a variety of resources for states and individuals affected by the recent natural disasters, both flooding and drought. To learn how you can apply for federal assistance, you can visit our website at twilatv.org.